Good morning and welcome to Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today is Friday, August the 18th, 2023. Well, I must take this moment to apologize to my viewers for not coming on yesterday. I've been upgrading my system, and as I upgrade, I also have to learn. So I've been doing all of that, man. And I hope I'm coming to you well because it's my intention to bring you my show in the best form that I can. So what's been happening since I left, man? Well, yeah, this morning in the news, the Muslim students are pissed off. They want a holiday. They want a holiday. And they are demanding a holiday. We are a Christian nation by choice, not by law, by choice. Because majority of us have accepted the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ as our Savior. So our nation, we call it Christian because majority of us are professed Christians. But we also have a significant number of Muslims among us. And though our nation is not a Muslim nation, it's time that we take some interest in our people and show some love to all of our people from every aspect, every walk of life in our society. That's our duty. So whether they are Muslim students or not, it's time for us to do the right thing. Let me bring on my correspondent in Liberia, Mr. Samuel Walker. Let's see what's happening with our people there. What's up, Sam?
Yeah, good morning. Rodney, good morning.
Nah, you missed me yesterday?
Yeah, man. I was kind of worried. What's going on?
Upgrading, brother, upgrading.
Okay, all right.
Every time I upgrade, I gotta learn, you know.
It's necessary.
Now my mic is no more in front of me. My mic is above me.
We are improving.
Hey, brother, we're moving to the next level.
We're improving.
Slowly. We'll take it slowly. So what's happening in Liberia with you, brother?
Well, the president has called the legislature to an emergency session.
Wow.
For 2 weeks. Yeah, they say they want to have to do a special session, but details not given yet.
He didn't say why.
And they didn't say why. So resume. They say just emergency session, special emergency session.
So how much they getting for that section? $20,000 each?
It gotta be. They always giving 20, 25 or 30,000. You know. But what pundits are saying?
They go there get a campaign money.
Yeah, look. So now what pundits are saying? Because oppositions are moving deep into the countryside, and you see, like for example, United Party has spread throughout the counties. Normally, it's in Bassa, Rivers Belt, Kun is in Nimba, or the other guy is in Bond County, and something like that, and Boto is in Bapu in the Western Liberia, and so they are spread. So by calling them, we weaken them because they are going too far with the campaign activities. So that's why people are saying he had to call them on him. What emergency now when campaign has started?
Wow.
Yeah, you know. You go to election, you calling the lawmakers back 2 weeks emergency to spoil money.
Wow.
Because you gotta give them money.
Excuse me, sir. As I told you, they're calling them back to get them their money.
Yeah.
To divide the election campaign money. So who all didn't get the first time, they come to certify them this time.
So what happens if somebody refuse to come? She won't campaign tour. That means she won't get that money, right? That's what it means. If you don't attend, you won't get the money.
Excuse me, folks, I'm trying to clean my nose out there. This is allergy season. Well, some election is, that's one thing in Liberia, man, you know. Everybody's out there trying to dance, but they can't.
Why they are focusing election? The Muslim or students want their own holiday.
Yes,
In the case of Christmas and Easter, so they want the Ramadan and the Abraham Day to be or national holiday.
And you see,
And they say they want to come up with 10,000 of their supporters in the street to protest.
You see, this is the problem with when we start doing things and we start going crazy. You asking for a holiday, you didn't even get one yet. You asking for two.
For two. So they want to cause problems.
You start questioning the education of these people. Who's leading these people? You know?
They say they are students.
Yeah, but even that students are supposed to be sensible, you know. You come out to fight for an issue, you know, fight for an issue one at a time. How you come out and say you want two holidays, so the legislature will go in session and debate two holidays for Muslim people?
But in fact, they are saying the Ministry of Education, but education has the right to declare holiday. It's a legislature, so go to the legislature and you know and put for your concerns.
But the way they are advocating for change demonstrate that they don't even know the Liberian system. You know, at least show us that you are part of our system. You say you're a Muslim student, you want Liberian holiday. Demonstrate that you know Liberian law, that you know Liberian custom and culture. But you come here, you go to the education ministry, and you say you want demand the minister to give you a holiday. How did the minister give you a holiday? That's where people that make holiday from? The education department? So let them demonstrate and let put some of them in jail, you know? Because that will end up happening. You know, they threatening to do all these violent acts because they want holiday. Then their actions will meet the consequences of the government's action. So, and these are the kind of things that deter progress in your community. You know, when you're fighting for something, fight for it one at a time. We all agree. I wouldn't say we all agree. You there, Sam?
As students, you must know the law. So that's why it is important to teach civics in our schools.
Well, at least you must know the law for what you're protesting for. You don't have to know the general law. But if you say you're protesting for this, know the law that governs that. You know, you want holiday. Yeah, it's good to go to the education ministry because they are students. They are subjected to the education department. So when you go there, their views can be heard. But that's not the place to carry your complaint when you want the law to be changed. You know, we know you all are students, and the education ministry is your agency for redress. But when you want to change the laws in the country, you can't go to that agency. You got to go to the Capitol building and talk to the speaker and his people. Those are the people you won't go to. So you all need to go up there and protest, but they're scared to go up there, so they go to it.
But it's simple. You must go to the house because they get chairperson, they get committee chair on education. Those are the kind of people you take your grievances to. You know what I'm saying?
The chair has to be the same, but we'll bring you into the education department.
They can be time.
They can up the hill, they can flog us.
But they are threatening that they will not vote for anybody or whoever if they not promise them, you know, they need holidays. So you see how far they're going.
Well, that's a good campaign strategy, man. You know,
But it's
you only
wrong.
vote for
It's
you only guarantee me a holiday. You know that's a good strategy. It's peaceful. It's legal. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's legal. So they can. That's a strategy they want to use. They can employ any strategy during the electoral process that is peaceful. Yeah, you see,
at the
that's
level of the house. I mean, it's just vote. So you must elect more Muslim guys to go in the house to go in the house so that they can pass this kind of bill. So because majority of the people in the house are Christians.
so. Even you elect a Muslim guy to go in the house, you think he will pass a bill? One Muslim guy.
I mean, you will love it.
Excuse me
That means
for
saying
filming through my nose.
you gotta. I mean, elect more of them
Yeah, but
because democracy is vote is number.
well, they can't get Musa Belli
But Musa facing headed already in your own district.
with Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson.
Mm.
Two guys say Madinga man can't be representative from Nima County.
You want to sell the land, you want to bring your Ghanaians to take the land, and so you think when they hear those kind of messages, when they were allowed, they were put. I mean, he will get the numbers. You get maybe from his mother's side also because his background is minor. He got a mother from that end, so he will try to get few votes. But or whether he will win, that's the big question now.
But Prince Johnson finally declared the man excommunicado from the from
Hmm.
the from the county.
From the
He said
country.
the man bring all the Muslim people from Guinea. You know, and Liberian people scared of that, my man.
But you see why people just move freely, or through borders from the sub region. It's because we don't have system in place. Our borders are so porous. And if we have a real good law of I mean, people who implementing the law, they were very sincere to this country. You won't
But
have these kind of people coming on
but
trucks
the
at night
purpose
and come over to my brother, that's my sister, that's my friend, and blah 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 and stuff like that.
the purpose of ECOWAS was to do away with borders. We don't want borders in Africa. We want people to travel to Africa free. But the only point is that you got to obey countries' laws. You know, you got to understand when you cross a border into another country, you got to respect the people's laws. But as a part of the ECOWAS body, there should be no borders in Africa, in West Africa. People should travel freely to other borders. Just like in America, when we leave here to go to Massachusetts or Connecticut, there's no border there. There are no checkpoints. I drive straight to Massachusetts. Nobody asking me whether I'm from Massachusetts or not. I'm
But
a U.S. citizen.
by law, that's one country, the United
Yes,
States of America.
that's why we're trying to make ECOWAS. ECOWAS,
Liberia is a different country.
no, ECOWAS is trying to make Liberia similar so that we don't have borders.
But then why is it that you find more influence into Liberia than other countries, than other West African countries?
Because
A lot
people
of
always go
neighboring
where
countries.
people will always
Mm.
Liberia is like an American settlement. Despite the poverty in Liberia, we are still part of America. And all of Africa knows that. When you come to Liberia, your chances of learning American system or even coming to America might be greater. So people will flock to Liberia. People have always flocked to Liberia because of that. Because of our connection with America. Because we speak English. Because of our culture. You know? There is a difference between us and Americans, yes, but it's not that grave, Sam. There's not that grave much of a cultural difference between
Hmm.
Liberian people and American people. It's not, because that's our culture. So, despite the fact, look at all the people, all the way they kill our people in Liberia, and the indigenous Liberians still say the Americans too.
Yeah, they still saying it.
Where you think that comes from? That comes from the Americans that went back to Liberia. So all of us are one. You see, and that's the deceitfulness of the Liberian people. When it comes to benefit from foreign nations, we all one. We all got the same history. That's why they can't change our history. You know, all the way they hate the Congo people, they can't change our history because they change our history, they will lose America. You lose America, you can't benefit nowhere in the world. All these people dancing them or Russia, Russia, Russia. Do they know how people live in this country? Do they know the system that those people under? They don't. So all they yell is Russia, 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 this and this and this. But when it comes to the reality, we're all Americans. No system in this world better than American system. No system. In Europe, they got good medical system, they got good way of life, they got all of that, but you go there, it's not like American, man. It's not. It's different. You will not enjoy like there's something about Americans that changed everything, Sam. Our lifestyle, our way of thinking, our way of interacting with people. It's different. Different. Even when I spent years in Germany, man, I want to come back home. I want to come back to America, man. I got tired with that culture because everything is structured. In Germany, everything is structured. I mean, sometimes I used to wonder how the people used to live. When the people were ready to go to the beach, they close all the shops. Sometimes during the day, you go downtown, nobody downtown, everybody going to the beach. The whole city, people just close their shop and go to the beach. And you got to wait until they come back. You know, on certain days, you can't find nothing. People stay home. Unlike America, man, everywhere you go, there's a possibility you find something you want. Anywhere. And that will make this country great, Sam. And I told you, the thing about America that freaked me out in this country, that blew my mind, I mean, it really blew my mind. When I came to this country, you can drive from New York to Florida. People speaking the same English. People got the same culture. People understand what you're talking about. You leave from Florida, you go to Utah. People, the same culture. People speaking English. Yes, they will have a group of Hispanic people or Portuguese people that can't speak English. Everywhere you'll find them in America. They got whole community can't speak English. When I got to Florida, my man, Miami, I was so happy to get to Miami. When I got to Miami, it was a different thing to me, my man. Totally different. The area I was living in, the people didn't want to speak English. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, I thought in a different country, my man. The people did not want to speak English. I mean, I walked down the whole border by every store. I go to, hey, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? Habla inglés. I said, what? I mean, it was a total cultural shock. But they can speak English. But they didn't want, they just speak in Spanish. They prefer to speak Spanish. The Cubans and all of them down there, because that's the gateway from the Hispanic world. Florida, that all of them back up in Florida, the Cubans or the Hispanic or they plenty down there, my man. So when you go there, you can't speak Spanish, you're in a different world, my man. I mean, it freaked me out. I said, oh, all these Spanish people down here, my man. This is real Spanish America. Different world, man. It freaked me out so bad. I want to leave, man, because I can't speak Spanish. Everyone I tell everybody wants to speak Spanish. I said, man, this area not for me. But then when you go down to Key West and all the places, you see the American culture again. And all the places I call them, that along the river, that along water. So alligators, my man. You know, you go into Key West, they got area they call Alligator Valley. Alligator, what they call it? Corridor, something they call it. That you see alligators just crossing the street, chilling.
It don't harm people.
You go touch it okay, you don't harm people. That why
I mean, like from few feet or feet from the alligator. If you see like 10, 15 feet, it won't chase you.
they will chase you. If you're hungry, it will eat you. Why
Wow.
would you want to go there? The alligator, that wildlife, they're not
Maybe
domesticated
for
animals. It's
maybe
just
for sightseeing, tourism purpose.
tourism. You better stay in your car. You see the alligator outside you go, and those things are fast. Those things that move fast on the when they want to eat you. They'll chase you. Better run, boy. You ever see the thing chasing dogs and things out in Florida? Those people don't let their dogs up around the ponds. You got to be careful. You know, you got a pond.
They
You got
fast on dog. Alligator crow, they fast on dog.
yeah, and humans too, man. People come outside. You don't see the crocodile laying in your yard sleeping. That thing start chasing you. People lose limbs because
And
you know
if it attack you, you won't kill it.
you can kill it, but people scared of it, man. That thing uses the tails. It has when they open the mouth. To open the mouth, the muscle to open the mouth is weak. When the alligator mouth is closed, you can hold it with 2 fingers. It will never be able to open the mouth. The muscle so weak to open the mouth. But when the mouth is open, to close it, it can crush anything. The force that thing that come down where it can crush anything. So if that alligator mouth open and something in the way is crushing it. The force that comes down with to crush things, unbelievable. Sometimes it can break your own teeth when it falls. And the worst part about the alligator is the death roll. You heard about that?
Death roll.
When the
What's
alligators,
that?
when they catch you, they roll.
Ah.
So you can't stand up. If you stand up, you lose your arm or foot. And that's how they kill you in the water, especially when they catch you in the water and they start to do that death roll. You can't do nothing else because your foot is in the mouth or your hand in the mouth. You got to roll with it. It's doing the death roll to bring you down. So it's spinning. It's not just rolling. It's spinning, so you know you're going with it. You're going down. I mean, many movies in America you should watch because sometimes they teach you about these wildlife people deal with, you know. So you never know what you will come in contact with. You think things are fun, but people die from them. They fishing, those deep water fishing. You see the people sitting in the chair, they climb down in the chair, and they put the fishing rod in the chair. It's stuck to the chair, and they go to fish for sharks and all that kind of thing, and whales. That big animals fishing. They put vest on you and all the thing. You sit in the chair. If that vest loosen, that animal can take you down. You die. Those people that do deep water fishing and put a vest on them, they make sure they strap in that chair good because if you come out of that chair and that animal pulls you in that water, it knows it got somebody trying to kill it. There was one show, this boy was fishing, this man was fishing, deep water fishing, and he caught the shark. And he was held onto the shark. So he was trying to bring the shark up. Instead of sitting in the chair, he got up and started walking to the edge of the water and reeling it in. And that shark just jerked something away and pulled him from the side straight in the water. Pop. When he went in the water, everybody thought he was dead. Because as soon as you hit the water, it's going down. It's going to the deepest part of the water. And that shark started going down. And it was on one of these water shows, one of these TV shows, death shows, talking about death and all, different ways of dying. And this guy, it pulled the guy in the water. And because all the fishing thing hooked to the fish. So if you can't loosen the rod, the thing to give him more rope, it pulling you down. And that what happened. His thing stopped. And he couldn't get the fish rope, so the fish pulled him from the ship into the water. When he got in the water, the ship started going deep. And the guy said, he explained it, he said he thought he was going to die. He said because when it was pulling him, the fish was going so deep, everything was just like a dream come true. And the only thing that saved him, for some reason, the fishing rod that was stuck loosened, and he gave the fish rope. So it stopped pulling him and brought him back up. As soon as he came back up, the people were waiting for him because all your relatives thought he was dead. Because people die when the fish carry you down, you finish. They will never see you again because it will take you to the bottom of the ocean to make sure you're dead. And that's why they were taking him. The shark was going straight to the bottom of the ocean. And he said the water was just rushing. All he knew he was dead. He was just going. He was going so fast. He had no time to think or anything. The shark was taking him down. All of a sudden, the rope just loosened. And he stopped, and the fish just kept going. And his body just stopped and started coming back up. Because he had all these things on him.
They're going to floating jacket.
Yeah, when he came up there, all the people were waiting for his body. As soon as his body hit the water, to grab him and pull him back in. So when the fish started going again, they cut the rope. And the only thing that saved him, man. That guy, because he had a camera on him. He had a camera.
So he did every video also.
Yes. So you could see he hit the water. You see him hitting the water going down. Then all of a sudden you could see his body coming up back up when the reel gave the fish more rope. Then his body came up back up and everybody grabbing him, waiting for him, boy. As soon as because everybody thought he was dead. Yeah, people thought he was dead, man. Because people die for nothing plenty.
He had oxygen?
How you have oxygen? He was fishing. He was sitting there fishing. That's why you die, because you got no oxygen. Even if you got oxygen, the fish moving so fast, pulling you down so fast, you have no time to breathe, ready. It might pull all the things from off of you. The way it pulling you down. It pulling you down at super speed, man. Taking you to the bottom to kill you. To make sure. Then when you die, it eats you. So and luckily for him, man, he lived to tell the story. And you see the part of those traumatic situations. Sam, you never forget it. They hunt you for your life. Because I remember recently in the Caribbean, me and my wife were there. So we went to the underground river. And when you get there, the Mexican got all the equipment for you that was in Mexico, in the Mexico Riviera. They got the underground river, man. So we got to the underground river. They give you the equipment, everything. They give you flippers, everything for your foot. So when I got in the river, I was moving. I wasn't stationary. And the river not deep too. It got rocks underneath. Some parts are deep, you go under, but mostly not deep. The part are deep, just a little area, smaller area, you can swim across it, and you get back on rocks and start walking. But most of it is a river. People just walk through the river and catch everybody up here and say, "You shot for a man and me." It caught me up here. So it was it's about 5 feet deep. But some places it go about 6 feet, 7 feet deep. So you under the river walking. So I have flippers. So I was flipping, going. Then we left there and went to another part where the ship took us out into the Caribbean Sea. And these guys they didn't have no flippers. They had those small things you put in your arm, the water thing for children. They gave all they didn't have no vest, nothing. So I said, "Did you hold me up?" They said, "Yeah, we'll hold you up." I said, "You sure?" Because I never used it before. So they said, "We'll hold you up." My man, luckily for me, my wife decided not to go in the water. She said, "I won't go in the water, I'll stay up." So she stayed up. And all the white children jump in the water. And I jump in there with them, boy. Sam, that water was deep. Like the Caribbean Sea, man. I jumped in that water. I went down. I came up. I had it in mass and everything. The water was all in the mass. I had to take the water out to clean it. Then when I took it up, those things couldn't hold me on top of the water.
Mm.
I
But
had no,
you can swim.
huh?
But you can swim.
Yeah, but man, I'm crippled. I'm handicapped. One of my
Mhm.
legs not strong. So I was in the water.
Yeah.
Luckily, with the water, once you do that dog thing, you'll never go down, man. And all I was doing, I was in the water, they're paddling. So they said swim to the ship. Every time I get close to the ship, the water will push the ship away from me. Yeah, my man. The ship wasn't moving, just sitting there. But every time I get closer, the wave would take the ship away from me. So I was just there, and all the people on the ship, those Africans, those black people, they were looking at the white girls in the water. Nobody was looking at me.
Hmm.
All the Caribbean people were looking at the white girls in the water, talking about, gossiping about which girls. And I'm looking at them, dying in the water. Nobody looking at me. I just petting the water. I said, the guys not looking at me. They didn't look at me. So I was in that water for close to a minute or two, man. Just fighting my doggy back. I tried to swim. I said, no, I won't swim that I get exhausted because the boat kept moving. Every time I got close to the boat, the water would just take the boat away from me. So I was just doing that. Then all of a sudden, my wife came and she saw me. And she told the guy, she said, look at throw the thing to my husband, man. So the man threw the thing to me, right? The Indian tube. He threw it to me. I caught it. I got out of it and they brought me to the ship. And the funny part about it is, I come on the ship, right? There's a photographer on the ship. The whole while I'm driving, the man taking my picture. Instead of telling the people to see, he telling the people to see me. He just taking my picture, click, click, click. So after they save me, I come up now. This guy bring all these pictures to me to buy. I look at the picture, I'm
So
dying.
I
I'm
will
very
slap you.
so I cussed that guy. I want to beat that guy. So I want to beat him. I said, you see me trying, you calling people to help me, you taking pictures of me. Then the guy ran over me to buy the pictures. He said, I will come to your hotel tonight. All the while I want to beat the guy. He got that for that. He said, as soon as I kept quiet, he said, you buy it? I said, I'll buy it. You better get away from me. I said, all the pictures, I'm like drinking water. The guy taking all the pictures of me. I said, who's going to look at the picture? Who am I going to show the picture for? You stupid? I will call people and say, can't see me drowning in the Caribbean.
Mm.
Oh, so funny, sir. The guy was serious. He said, I'm coming to your hotel tonight. You buy it? You buy it? I said, I tell that my wife was cracking up laughing. He was going to swim. I want to show you what happened to you. But that was a trip, man. So, those are some of the experiences we have just to get off the politics side. But what else happened in our countryside before we leave?
Mm,
Campaigns they go on, we know that.
it was the day before, it was Thursday. Well, today's Friday. It was Wednesday when the National Election Commission called political parties to the peace meeting at the EGS Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Administrative Complex, where had not arrived. So Sarah Beslow had gone to the bathroom, and just that time we had arrived. When she came from the bathroom, the EPS guy palmed that woman in her chest, hit her chest, her breast. ECOWAS in the presence of ECOWAS and other people. So I mean, it didn't go down well with other people, a woman, especially a woman or a candidate.
And what happened to her?
No, she didn't drop anyway, but she, they expressed, anger on his behavior, on what he did to the madam. He's just a candidate. Once you go in that hall, you are a candidate. So that kind of presidency titles, is left outside. They went up in the bathroom, just from the restroom. You hit her chest, a whole breast, that woman.
Wow.
And,
Well,
So
that's just
I
as
mean,
just as Liberia
the
way.
violence continues. I mean, at all levels.
Did he know her? Did he know her?
I think other are calling for peaceful election, but on the other hand, at the background, those guys are doing dirty things. You wouldn't be surprised to see like blood turn to the dark days.
You guys are desperate.
Yeah, you know.
But did he know
So
did he know the representative Pestle? The
no,
Nanti,
you're
right?
Kennedy,
Pestle Nanti.
presidential Kennedy, yeah. Presidential Kennedy, they know her. Even if you don't know her
You
in
can't say that.
person, or
You
lady
should, I
coming
mean,
from
yeah, I
the
mean,
background, huh?
you should not have struck a lady, but even
Mm-hmm.
though you should not have struck a candidate, that
No,
I asked
Kennedy.
if you
If
knew
you
her.
don't know her, even if you don't know her as a candidate, a lady coming from the back from the restroom, you gotta hit her because the president is coming. You gotta hit her. You gotta beat on her.
Well, I ain't gonna get into that, man, because that's security business. Because hey, one thing they teach you in political science, you who like political science. When I did political science, the British man that taught me, the very first day I got in his class, the first thing he taught all of us, he said, as political scientists, you must always know anybody can kill you. That's the first thing he meant to us. Anybody can kill you. The cripple, the blind, the handicapped, the insane, anybody can kill you. Remember that. You ain't got to be planned. You ain't got to be organized. Anybody can take a knife and stab you, or shoot you, or kill you, or end your life. That's why I see people who are in power, they have tight security. Because you can't trust nobody. You can't even trust your mama. You can't trust your mama. Because somehow our mothers have ulterior motives. They got their own motives. And you see, that's one of the good things about the Bible, Sam. When you read the Bible, you learn all these kind of things. Nobody can come and teach you it. That's why the Bible is a whole source of knowledge and experience. Look at Cain and Abel. The mother favored Abel, and not Cain. Why? You tell me why, Sam. Why did Eve favor Abel and not Cain?
Why did Eve favor Cain and Abel and not Cain?
You know that Cain and Adam had two children, Cain and Abel.
Yeah, Cain and Abel.
And Cain killed Abel.
Cain was the first, Abel the second, the youngest.
Yes. The mother, Eve, loved Abel. Why?
Because Abel was already blessed
That's what they told you in the Bible.
according to a called child.
That's what they told you in the Bible. And what happened with the king? King wasn't blessed too?
But King was a hunter, right?
Yes.
And Abel was a love child. He was always around the parents.
Okay, that's why. Now you answered it. Because he was always around his mother. He was a mama boy. And King was a hunter. He was always out in the field doing wild things, hunting, riding horses. He was a rough guy. So he had hair all on his arm and things like that. He didn't give a damn. Abel was a mother child. He stayed home, took care of mommy, loved mommy, used to do mommy tools, knock mommy foot when she's sleeping, lay between mommy foot to give her the warmth when she's sleeping. He was a little baby, so the whole child. When it came to inheritance, the blessing of the father, she wanted Abel to get it, not Cain.
Mm-hmm.
because King Abel had won her over with all his little shenanigans. So what she did, she dressed him up like king. You remember the story?
Yeah, with it, with that hairy, Shiva. So yeah.
So when he went to the father felt it. By that time, Adam was old.
Mm.
Probably couldn't see too well, so he was feeling. He felt the hair. Oh yeah, my
Yeah,
son
and stuff. Yeah.
smell
Mm-hmm.
good. He puts on that good scent on him, and he smells nasty and all that. Because when you're a hunter, you're not smelling good. So he smelled.
Mm.
My son smelling good. He okay, yeah. This is Adam. Then
He definitely bush.
then he blessed Eva. So when Adam came and found out that what Abel did, that's why he killed Abel. Okay, so
Or envy.
that what some mothers can do. Some mothers can
Mm-hmm.
choose between children. You know,
Yeah,
the one that she
they can
favor.
bring the problem in the home.
Yeah, some of them do. Some parents, men do too. Some children, some men favor some sons or what the other sons say. Some son stronger than the other sons are weak.
Mm-hmm.
So our parents can bring all kind of stress on us too, you know. So she caused Cain to kill Abel. After Cain found out what Abel did. But those are things of life we learn from. So when you learn the Bible like that, as a Christian, you may not have people to give you those kind of experiences. So that's why the people that put the Bible together put certain stories in the Bible for us to understand life and some of the challenges we face in life. That some of the challenges in life will come from our very family, in our homes. That's what the Bible trying to tell you. Don't always think that foreigners or people who you don't know will be your enemies. Sometimes your own enemies can be sleeping with you in the house, eating with you.
Mm.
They are your enemies. You see? But sometimes you kind of learn that the hard way. You know, and that's why when you read the Bible, it's good to understand the Bible. Instead of just jumping from verses to verses like some people do. Oh, go read Corinthians 17:6. It will save you. Oh, go read Isaiah 3:4-6. It will save you. Oh, go read King of Kings. You know, I'm like, are you crazy? Why you do just sit there and read the whole Bible? Instead of just jumping from place to place. Because you never understand the Bible like that. You never understand what God is telling you. If you keep jumping from page to page, from chapter to chapter, you never understand the significance of the Bible. And some of those chapters in the Bible are Paul's teaching. You know St. Paul? Who
Saint
was he?
Paul.
Who was he?
Paul, you mean Paul, who persecuted Christians?
And was turned from Saul to Paul.
Yeah, from Saul to Paul when
Yes.
he got arrested by Christ on the
Plenty in the
highway.
Bible. Plenty in the Bible from him. I told you that man spread Christianity more than most of the people, most of the disciples. None of those disciples spread Christianity like Peter. I'm not Peter, like Paul. Not even Peter. Because all of them were Jewish people. They were conquered people. They couldn't travel too far in the British, in the Roman Empire. But Paul was part Roman and he was part Jew. So he had the Roman backing him too. He had that Roman backing because he was Roman. And that's why he was persecuting Christians, because he was a Jew and a Roman. And here was this priest talking about Jesus Christ. He didn't believe in Jesus Christ. They thought Jesus Christ was a heretic. So they wanted to punish him. And he was going out to punish Jesus and Jesus' followers. That's when Jesus saw in the light and asked him, why are you persecuting me? He said, why am I persecuting you? He said, well, when you persecute my people, you're persecuting me. So that's how he changed. And Paul was educated. He was a Roman. He was highly educated. He had money. He raised money. And he helped Peter them. There was a movie, a video long ago called Peter and Paul, man. That movie, I watched that movie, and that movie was the whole Acts of the Apostles. Word for word. Everything in that video was the identical Bible enacted in the video. It was the whole Acts of the Apostles. How Stephen was stoned to death. You know, I think Saul was there too. Then Saul took out the banner to go prosecute Christians. And he was on his way to Damascus when he saw the light, it blinded him. And he became the greatest teacher of Christianity. Look all to the Bible. Look all to the Bible. All the chapters, St. Paul letters to the Corinthians, St. Paul letter to the Macedonians, St. Paul letter, because he went to all those places. He was the one that spread Christianity in all those places. Paul was the greatest disciple ever. The places he went, Peter then couldn't go there. So he went there. And that was when he went to Rome. When he finally went to Rome, he tried to spread Christianity there, and the Romans weren't having that. And they executed him. So that's where Paul died in Rome. That's why when you read the Bible, you need to get a full understanding of the Bible. You need to sit down, take some time, and read the Bible from the beginning to the end. Like you read any novel. People read novels and they can't read the Bible. How you read 10, 15 novels and you say you Christian, you never read the Bible. Then you telling me, hey, yeah, let people go to 7 Corinthians 10, 16 and read it will save you. How will it save me? How God will save you? Right? Sam, I told you about this evangelist I knew. The woman is a lawyer. She go around giving people all kind of things to go different chapters in the Bible. And I asked her, I said, have you read the Bible? She said, no. I said, but then how can you tell me to go to and read it when you have not read the Bible? She said, well, you don't have to read it. You have to. No, I said, no. No, I said, they were your people mistaken. You are a lawyer. You know how many books you have read? You know how many books you're still reading, novels and comic books and things like that. You know, I said, why you can't take a few minutes to read the Bible? Why? Because it's boring, Sam. People don't like the begets. Joe begets Joe and Peter begets. But those are just historical facts. You can skip all of that. I don't even read that part. But Joe begets this. That telling you that everybody believes that.
Generational thing,
Yeah.
and all that. But
So,
what I learned is that every word that comes from the Bible is a spirit, is living. So you don't just skip words from the Bible. Yeah,
yeah.
every word from the Bible is living. It's a living soul. So they're all
When you
important.
say this way, explain it to us.
The word, the Bible. Thou shalt
Mm.
not kill, thou shalt not steal. God live in that word. So it's very powerful.
Those are the laws. God gave those are the 10
Yeah.
laws God gave us.
And so the word, WOR, the word is living. The word is living. So whatever word that comes from the mouth of God is living.
Yeah.
Even the first God, the Genesis 1:1 in the beginning, was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. All the words are living word. Once they come from the breath of God, they are living. So it is the breath that gave us life from
Yeah.
God. So every word in the Bible is a living word, a living word. They are very powerful.
Yes, to get results.
Mhm.
So what's up for the day with you?
Yeah, I'm on my way from here. We go way around town. Gotta get information, know what's going on, because this is a busy time for Liberia. So you can't sit. You gotta move about to know what's unfolding.
Yeah, just be careful.
Yeah, uh,
Okay, conclude. Let's end this show then.
yeah. School is about to open, and see students just so kind of confused. Election, I mean, school open before election. School open September, election October. So why couldn't just wait until after election before open schools? Because it's kind of difficult nowadays. People are not taking pay. Most of us are complaining of salary they're having, and they are saying that, well, if you don't pay me, I won't go for election. But most of them are quiet anyway. Silent voters they call them. Yeah, silent voters got all their voting cards. Though they will take part in ruling party, or activities, but deep down in their heart, at the end of the day, their vote is going elsewhere. So thank you for this day. Our time is up, and hope tomorrow have a fresh and beautiful day. Rodney, Rodney,
Yes,
okay. So have a great
Oh,
day.
okay, bro. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm my show for this morning. I hope you enjoy us. Take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. Liberia is all we have. We lose it, we lose it. Okay? I was checking on the news yesterday as Sam was talking to see what's happening. But take heed and govern yourselves. And that's our class for this morning. I talk to you tomorrow, bright and early. Take heed. Stay safe.